Hello, I'm Laura. It is October 25th, and these are the Saturday Heartlines. The Saturday Heartlines are a review of the weekly theme and its topics, and the theme this week has been Looking for the Light. And we started on Sunday by realizing that sometimes when it seems as though the light is at the end of a long, dark tunnel, then we need to carry the light and to let it shine ahead of us just enough for us to know what our next step is and what our next step is. And in a world filled with fragile peace and violent war and the threat of war and troops going into American cities and trade deals being cut off and old historic buildings being torn down. In a world that is filled with so much of this kind of activity, sometimes it's hard to see that light at the end of the tunnel. Sometimes it's hard to hold everyone in a place of love, but we have the capability of doing that because we are strong and powerful beings. And when we let our light shine, even just a little, even just to know what is our next step to bring greater light to our world, it truly helps. And then on Monday, we joined our light with others as 7 million people came to the No Kings protest on Monday in the United States and around the world. Now, not everyone agreed with that protest, and that is their right. It's their right to disagree and to speak up, but 7 million people spoke up and said no to tyranny. And what a promise and what a hope that is. Whether we agree or disagree, we can have the power of no when that power is based on love. Love of our country, love of each other, love of humanity, and love for ourselves and respect for our own values. On Tuesday, we looked at the light of peace in Israel and Gaza and recognized that peace in the world is very fragile, and we're holding those prayers and those good thoughts for the peace process to continue to unfold there. We are also holding prayers and good thoughts for Ukraine and other places in the world that experience conflict. In fact, anywhere that conflict and anger and hatred and violence find expression, we can send our love and our thoughts for peace. We can contribute to organizations that help humanity as a whole, and we can feel more at peace in ourselves, sharing that peace with the people around us who may share it around them and who might share it around them until more of the world knows that peace. On Wednesday, we looked at how to stay in touch with that peace, how to keep seeing the light, how to connect with all things and all people by disconnecting sometimes. I was at the lake, Table Rock Lake in Missouri, disconnecting from those daily headlines that I immersed myself in and finding a great peace just sitting by the lake. And I think we all need to do that sometimes. We need to know the light by letting it shine on our shoulders from a beautiful sun, by being in nature, or just by taking quiet moments at home or at work to pause and feel the light from within. On Friday, we looked at the importance of maintaining beauty and balance in us and our lives, because sometimes even the most beautiful things, like the east wing of a White House, come crashing down and without notice, and it can be a shock to our system. It certainly was to mine. And then we look to where beauty and balance can be found. They can be found within us. We can find beauty and balance within and then feel the beauty of love around us and experience the balance of those quiet moments we take time to immerse ourselves in. And finally, today it is Saturday, and the overall singular message of all of these topics this week is to go within, to find what you are seeking, and then to share it outside yourself with others. So perhaps that is our task, to be the light in the world. Our divine source of light is within, but we carry that light into our world. And the more of us committed to doing this, perhaps the more bright our world will be. So let's take a moment to kindle our own light and to brighten it up a little by taking a deep breath and closing our eyes and focusing on this thought. The divine source of all light lives within me. I am the light of the world, and so are you. The divine source of all light lives within me. I am the light of the world, and so are you. And so it is. So I don't know if you could hear the birds singing outside my window, but they're singing their little hearts out, like bringing their light, whatever purpose they're singing for, they're bringing their light to the world. When we speak up and speak out, when we share with each other in love, we are sharing our light. We are singing like the birds, bringing our light to the world. So thank you for sharing your light with me today in this special time together. And I will see you tomorrow for a new theme. Have a wonderful day.